What is up, guys? So today I have here the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus, and today I'm going to be talking about whether or not this phone has dropped in performance after the past 4 months of usage. So let's get started. Okay, so basically what I meant by dropped in performance is if I've noticed that any parts of this phone has decreased in quality, and I'm noticing that the camera quality is really poor. I'm not sure if it's going to be turn out like that, but like my hand seems like really dark for some reason. Yeah, but just so you know, if it does come out like this, that I'm just using a different camera. So that's why everything's kind of weird. But first, I'm just going to talk about overall performance. So obviously, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus in the US is running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, and it's been a really great experience. It's a super fast, super efficient chip. Overall, it's really good performance. Honestly, I haven't experienced anything so far that this phone can't handle. It can handle, intensive gaming, different just overall using, like as you can see here, I'm just opening and closing every single app on my phone, and it's not even, hiccuping or anything, which is honestly, I think, really important when it comes to a phone that's almost $1,000. So for performance in the long run, it's not an issue. And I will say that if you want to pick this phone up, now is the time to do it during Samsung's Discover Samsung event. It's their spring sale that they have. They can get really, really good deals, especially on the Galaxy S24 series. So I'll leave a link down to that in the description. But yeah, so for performance, it hasn't decreased in anything. It's gotten better over just software updates and just learning my usage, use cases or, usage patterns. And then also for if it's decreased or not, I got decreased. No, if it's, yeah, I guess the quality is decreased. However you'd say that. That'd be the cameras. So I have noticed in a few software updates that the cameras have gotten slightly worse. I wouldn't say it's anything to be majorly alarmed about. I think it was just a security update, that the camera quality just wasn't good just because of how it was processing. There was a bug where nothing would focus. It literally got like hyper focus, like it would have to find something to focus on. Even when it was just taking a picture of a landscape. So that was kind of weird. I only experienced that during the Northern Lights, so when I was trying to take a picture of it. So possibly that may have had a very small play in it or role in it. That had had a very small role in what was happening. But other than that, the quality is now back to normal, and I would say it's actually way better, especially after they released that new camera update back in, I think it was like March or April. I think it was March. Then obviously they've just been making small improvements. Selfie camera, I would definitely say has gotten way better. I think it's just how it processes stuff and how it, just understands its surroundings. So for cameras, it's definitely gotten slightly better and definitely not worse, which is a really good thing. And the display, so somebody asked me if there's going to be screen burn-in. I do have the always on display. I have the always on display, always on all the time, except for at night whenever it knows that I'm asleep. Whenever it knows that I'm asleep, it will turn it off, which is really nice. And obviously, once I leave, since I have a watch, it will just automatically turn off, which is really nice too. So screen burn-in is not an issue, at least so far, after 4 months of almost straight having the always on display off, or on, sorry. Always on display on, which is honestly, I think, really good, especially when it comes to just overall. And for just like smoothness, obviously nothing happens. There's no green lines. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't ask that question for the Galaxy Z Flip 5, because if you have been following me, you know what happened to my Z Flip 5. If not, go check out my video on that. But yeah, so for display, it's been super nice, still as bright as ever, and just overall really nice. And now just how this phone has basically held up over time, which honestly I think is a really important aspect. So there is actually no scratches, literally no scratches on the sides. I don't know what Samsung did to it this year, but on the S23, even just from a month of having it, there were so many scratches, even on the Ultra and the base model. So I'm not exactly sure what Samsung did, but they did it right. On the back, there are no scratches. There are a few small, not dents, but like, I'm not sure if you've ever experienced it when you have a case on and like there's something in between. Okay, is that one? I think that's one. There it is. So it's nothing major. It's only very, like, not very noticeable. It takes just the right amount of light at a certain angle to see it. Other than that, that's not going to actually weaken your glass. And obviously, at the front, I have a screen protector on, so there's that. But yeah, for durability and just how it's held up, it's been really great. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully, this has ensured you that this Galaxy S24 Plus is a good phone to purchase. And I did mention that this has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy. Exynos 2400 is actually a really good chip. It's the exact same as this. It's not better. It's not any lower when it comes to performance, overheating, or battery consumption. So definitely, if you're in a international market, so literally anywhere outside of the US and possibly Canada, get this phone. It's not going to be an issue with the Exynos 2400. So definitely still get it. And obviously, Samsung did tell me to say this. That's just from people's actual experience with that phone. Yeah, so like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would mean a lot to me. And I will catch you in my next video, and I'll see you then.